So, shooters and reloaders out there, Fortune Cookie 45LC coming to you from a hot lead zone, and I've had some questions about the coax press, and that is, have I had any problems with it in terms of things breaking or getting out of adjustment, this kind of thing. So I thought I'd do a short video on this because I'm getting ready to do a 38 special reloading project. Andrew Stevens is asking me what a good load would be for a light load to introduce new shooters that are women to the shooting sports. And what Andrew Stevens wants to know is what's a good load for a 38 special that would be around 700 feet per second for introducing new women shooters to shoot. And of course that means cowboy loads. And he's got the 105 grain 38 special semi-wad cutter Lee cast bullet for it, and I just so happen to have a whole couple of jugfuls of those. So I'm going to go ahead and do a reloading video for Andrew Stevens, but I can't post it on YouTube. So I'm getting ready to switch out my coax press to the Lee custom cast press to do that video. Well, to maintain this press, we just keep it clean by using a nice soft brush that I use for that purpose. This is a nice one for that, and so I get all the dust and the powder granules and debris off of it, and then to maintain it, use 3-in-1 oil, which is a light machine oil, suitable for sewing machines and this kind of thing. Well, it's also great for lubing these rims, as you see. So put a little lube on that, let it run down and get it in there. Put a little bit on the other side, a couple drops is all you need. Now the powder coat is very tough. I've banged against this thing a few times and no damage. We wipe off, get all the little crevices. Now about the only problem I've had is this is the primer drop tube, where the dead primer drops down and goes into your container of choice. Now I happen to just drill a hole in this plastic top, and you can make any medicine jar or anything into a primer catcher. Now Forester Coax provides a kind of a plastic little container, but I found that's too small. So show you that again a little closer up, and you see that threaded portion takes a beating, because this whole tube takes a beating, because any kind of banging on this will bend the tube. And you see the little bends in there? See the little bends in there? So we need to be careful not to bang this tube because it'll bend it, and not to over torque it to cause that to strain harden and break off. So this goes into the, show you that, and it simply cranks in. Like that. And we don't have to over torque that. It's easy to over torque that tube, as you see there. So here's a tip that Forster does not provide, and that is by using a taller bottle about the length of the tube, you can catch a lot of primers, a lot of dead primers in there. Plus, when you're not using it to protect the tube, you can simply push the tube like this down into the bottle, and that will keep that tube from being banged. So that's kind of nice. I'll just put this away, and then we'll just take this press off of the Lee bench plate and substitute in the Lee custom cast press. Now I do keep handy all the little Allen wrenches that are required to snug up little set screws that the Forster Coax press has. They don't come loose very often, but when they do, these are handy. Otherwise, the Forcer coax press is trouble-free and really is fine press. So there's our Lee custom cast press installed, and we give it the same treatment. Brush off all any dust particles or debris. Clear the bench plate. And then go ahead and place a little bit of lube on the ram. Just a little bit, doesn't take much, and let it run in there. And once again, we wipe off all the excess. Then we use the slightly dampened oil on the cloth to wipe off the whole press. Get all the metal parts nicely lubricated and protected. And once again, the powder coat's a very tough finish. Now I'd like to take this opportunity to invite you to go visit the Patreon site. And if you go over there, there's a video for all viewers that's new. It's entitled The 3 Circles All Viewers Open House Video. The title is The Lee Next Size Collet Die and the Big Little City of Licentious. Kind of a fun video and a bit informative also. And while you're there, there are 4 other open house videos that anyone can view just by going and visiting. So you might want to go check that out if you haven't done that already. As most of you know, the Patreon site only has new exclusive content there. And it's under Patreon /3 circles. That's the number 3 and circles. I've got all these links in my description down below. And the banned videos on YouTube on Reloading are being moved over to Vimeo. And so if you want to view those, I'm putting those up all the time on Vimeo. And it's Vimeo /Fortune Cookie 45LC. And if you go over there, you'll be able to look at all those videos. They're just right there. Anyway, also the ReloadersNetwork.com is a nice site for those interested in all the reloading subjects that have been banned off of YouTube. And thanks to James for setting that site up, and that's loads of bacon. This is ready to go for our 38th special reloading project. Bye for now.